Howdy everybody. This is a 2009 GMC Sierra 1-ton with GMC 6.6 Duramax. Today we're going to be doing a fuel filter in her. You're going to come down here on the passenger side. This is your primer here. So basically you push this up and down once you get your new one on. And right below that is your fuel filter. So what I found to make it easier, might take a little longer, but I take this whole inner fender out of here. So you start with getting these off. I can focus. Started getting these off with a flathead. You put that on there and you just keep pulling until they pop out, and they'll be all over the place. So, and then you'll have these little heads here. Alright, so we're gonna get them off and then we'll get back at it. Okay, so let me show you on these real fast, because I never did throw that out there, how to do it. Some of you guys might not know. You're gonna, so right here is your little washer, and then this little head here. Now you should be able to get your flathead up in there on at least one spot of it. Get it in there. Boom. I mean, they ain't all gonna come out like that. I can assure you that. This one's probably worn out. And pretty much what it does is you gotta slide this out. Damn, this is hard to do with a camera. And then this goes in like that, which pushes that out. Now you can buy these replacement ones if you happen to break some or anything. You can buy new ones on Amazon, or I think you can even buy them at an auto parts store. I don't see why you wouldn't be able to. I do have more clips, because occasionally I just rip them out. Like that one ripped. I mean, that one broke. That one was probably the hardest one I've ever had to deal with. And I've done this on more than one vehicle. So yeah. Basically, you just go through and look for any spots that are being held on. I pretty much got her almost off. There's only a couple more holding it on, so. Yep. Voila. You get her off. Look at all that access. And that, my friends, is why I like to take that off. So, now what you're going to want to do is unclip this wire. So what you do is you push this in like that, and that will undo her. So now the hard part is let's see when I did this last. Whoa, what the fuck? Alright, I didn't do this one last. $4.15 and 19. It was like a month ago. Not even. Well, I was told to do it, so we're gonna do it. So what you want to make sure now, you want to make sure that O-ring's in there. So you want to make sure this O-ring right here is on the top, which it is. Now you're gonna get a little diesel on the ground and whatnot. Man, I can't believe that's already bad. Sorry, that just blows my mind because this is the same filter I got for it. Ugh. So now what you're going to do is you're going to unscrew this. I don't know if I can do it though while I'm on the... Unless I can get this to stay right here. Mm-hmm. Well, apparently don't use a fucking Chinese on here. This fucker's so damn brittle. So... yeah, not sure why this thing's dead already. I ain't never had to use Chinese getting this off, to be honest with you. I think now I'm gonna get me a little crescent wrench and try to get her off. Wipe my damn hands off. Just got this phone yesterday, so I ain't trying to ruin it yet. So anyway, what you do is you'll end up trying to get this off here. Usually it's not as hard to get off as this one. So whoever did this one before, put it on with a fucking wrench or some shit. And we'll be back once I get this off. Alright, so we got ourselves a new one. The AC Delco. No, wait. So... what they said online is that these actually end up going bad. So that might be the reason. Sometimes they'll put them in limp mode. Sometimes the truck won't even start. So I'm gonna take my wild guesses here, as that's why we ended up having the issue we ended up having. So that all works out, you know. Now we're going to screw this back in. We're going to reuse this filter because these filters are $67. And this stuff was just done not even a month ago. Because today is the 9th, 5/9 of 19. And you can see there 4/15 of 19. Actually, you know what? I'm pretty sure there is not a O-ring in there still, but I'm going to double check before I throw this together and have 2 O-rings or something. So, okay, yep, O-ring is out, but I did want to double check just to be sure. Sorry if the phone is all shaky. I am doing this from my, with my knees. Alright, so, I'm going to double check this O-ring, make sure, try to get all the dirt off of it. And then we're going to put it back in there, and we're going to screw it all back on. But basically, if you were going to be replacing your or your filter, basically, this is all you do. This would be your new filter. You'd screw this in, make sure your new O-rings are on it, take your old one off of it, put your O-rings on this, because they normally aren't on the filter when you get the filter. You usually got to put them on. And that's it. I'm going to turn the flashlight on. So we got all that tight. We got the new O-ring on. So we're going to get up in here. We're going to screw the old one back on. Maybe. There we go. All right, watch out for that cable. Give her a good little turn. And then you're gonna plug this bitch back in. Listen for the click, yank on a little bit by this, not this, by this. She good? Make sure that's nice and tight. Now we're gonna go up top. Now what I was telling you earlier, this little guy is your let me get us on the stand down. There's a ladder. Not even a lifted kit. I need a ladder. What the dick? So you'll get your hand in there. You'll just start pushing down a whole bunch. And you'll start feeling it. It'll start getting a lot harder to push. All right. Give her the old fire up. Now another thing I do usually is I'll turn the key, let the glow plugs run for a sec, turn it off. I do this 3 cycles. Crack the window. Automatic locks suck. Now basically what I was doing there is just checking for any leaks or on them O-rings. I mean, it would have already leaked more than likely because this is all pressurized fuel system. So it ain't like oil where you build your oil pressure up or whatever, you know, or the oil gets thinner and then you'd see a leak. This would leak pretty much right off the bat. Now I'm gonna check one more time before I throw the inner fender back on. Thanks for watching, and basically all you're going to do now is throw that inner fender back on and good to go.